Okay, we're going to move on to type 3. Type 3 elements contain only nonmetals. We call those covalent or molecular compound. So if we look at our periodic table, if our compound starts with any of these elements on the right of the stairs, we call it type 3, or we identify as type 3. Okay, so for type 3, rules for naming. First element, full name, change nothing. So oxygen is just oxygen. Nitrogen is just nitrogen. We don't change anything. For the second element, we still have to change IDE ending. And one extra thing we have to do for type 3 is that we have to add prefix. But we don't add mono for the prefix if it was used for the first element. I'll show you an example of that a little bit later. So here are the 10 prefixes that we have to know. 1 is mono, 2 is di, 3 is tri, 4 is tetra, 5 penta, 6 hexa, 7 hepta, 8 is octa, 9 is nona, 10 is deca. All right, so to name this is very easy. As soon as you identify these as type 3, then we can just name as is and then add prefix. So first of all, we have to know this is type 3. So if you look at carbon on periodic table, carbon is the light blue one, so that's a type 3. So again, check to see what type you have before you start naming. All right, so C is carbon. Carbon. All right, we will have to add prefix, but earlier we said we don't add mono for the first element. So instead of monocarbon, we're just gonna name it as carbon. And then oxygen, I got 2 of them. So I'm gonna add the prefix di, and the oxygen, I change ID ending. So O2 becomes dioxide. Carbon dioxide is CO2. All right, the next one is CO. Again, carbon, if you check on the periodic table, it is a type 3. So type 3, we're going to use type 3 rule. C is carbon. And again, we don't put mono, so just carbon. And then we got 1 oxygen. Now, oxygen 1 is on the second element. Now we have to put mono. We also had to change ending to IDE. So this becomes monoxide. Carbon monoxide is CO. N2O5. So nitrogen, I got 2 of them. And the prefix for 2 is di. So this will be dinitrogen. And then 5 oxygen. 5 is penta. And then I have 5 oxygen together, ID, and then this becomes dinitrogen pentoxide. Right, BF3. BF3 is boron. Boron. Okay. All right, boron is a type 3 if you check the periodic table. So I'm just going to put boron, no mono, because it's the first element. And then I got 3 fluorines. So I'm going to add the prefix tri and then fluoride. Boron trifluoride. NO is nitrogen monoxide. H2O, we know the common name for H2O is water, but H2O is dihydrogen monoxide. Okay, so that's for naming its type 3 compounds. So you name as it is, just add prefix to the front. Now, writing the formulas for type 3, don't balance the charges, don't reduce. As a matter of fact, don't even look up for the charges for type 3. We don't care about the charges for type 3. Okay, writing the formula. Since we don't know, we don't have to worry about the charges. We're just going to write out the little subscript number according to the prefix. So phosphorus tells me that there's only 1 phosphorus, so just P. And then trioxide tells me there are 3 oxygens, so O3. And again, make sure that this little 3 is written as a subscript, little number on the bottom. Dinitrogen monoxide. Dinitrogen means there are 2 nitrogens, So that will be N2, and then monoxide tells me there's only one oxygen. So N2O. And again, please write a little number on the bottom as a subscript. And that's type 3.